back to Rach and Bella Crafts. Hope you're all well. So before I start the video today, I just want to show you the latest box I just received from Your Creative Studio. Obviously you've been following along with us for a while. You'll know that we get sent these boxes so that we can show you guys the contents. And it gives you an idea then whether or not you'd like to perhaps subscribe to them. They send out a monthly box, and the monthly box contains lots of different various things. If you wanted to see any of the previous boxes, we have got a video on for every month. And if you put the hashtag in and pick up Your Creative Studio, it'll take you to our videos that has. So let's have a look at what we've got. So, let's start with the stamps this time. So we've got some of these fabulous stamps that they do, and I actually used the dragonfly one the other day, and I can tell you now it was really clear. So this one here is a typewriter, an old-fashioned typewriter. There we go, with a sheet of paper loaded into it. So that would be quite good if you wanted to print stamp that. Look, you could write then in that little area there where there's a bit of paper. And then we've got another stamp here then, and this one is a lantern. Now that is the reoccurring theme, I think, is light. So that's quite interesting because I'll explain why in a moment. So yeah, here then we've got washi tape, and it's got candles on there. Look at that. I don't know if you can see those. I'm not coming too close in case you can't. No, it's okay, it's in focus. Look at those on there, aren't they great? So that's the washi. And then you've got these lovely little stickers then that are of the lanterns. And then here we've got some small, I want to say 6 by 6. Let me just double check the size. Oh, of course I've said that now. Yes, it is 6 inches, 15 centimeters. So we've got that sheet there. We've got this one here. And then we've got that one there. I think that goes up that way. So they're all quite, you know, I think this is beyond vintage. This is like way back, isn't it? I'm not quite sure what the word is for older than vintage. Ancient, maybe? I don't know. Antique? No, even older than that. But some really interesting things on this, some interesting script. So that's really cool. Then we've got, we've got some lovely little airmail envelopes that have got quite interesting motif on them there. So they are, yeah, they're all the same, but they are super cute. So we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 8 of those, 8 little airmail envelopes. Very nice. Now for those of you that don't have printers, this will make your eyes light up, because inside this box here, and I do confess I did tear the box because I couldn't get it open, but inside this box here, as you might be able to guess, are tons and tons and tons of labels. So you know how we all love our labels? Well, I know a lot of you out there don't actually have printers. So if you don't have a printer, this might be a great alternative, because here you get this huge box full of all these fabulous labels, all blank, ready for you to add your own. I mean, you could stamp on them, you could write on them if you've got nice handwriting, you know, like that on there. I sadly don't, so I would stamp on mine. You've also then got this tiny cute little lantern. Oh my goodness, what's the word I'm looking for? Charm. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a charm. There we are. So that's that there. And then here in this package here, what is that called? A cottage garden. This is great because this is going to come in really useful. I'm going to use these for my next project that I'm about to tell you all about. But these are fab. Look at all these different colours and tones. Absolutely brilliant for fall. Look at that there. And they're all like different kind of, they look like stone effect. So if you have like slabs on your floor, they kind of look like that. And coffee dye. So these are great. And the paper is almost like rice paper, but not quite. It's quite thin stuff, but it's also quite durable. So that's really handy. It's always good to have different colours in paper. And then here then we've got, oh, I knew I should have opened this first, sorry. Let me just tear that off there. Here we are. And we've got this lovely notebook. Is it a notebook? Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's just crying out to be made into a little journal, that is, isn't it? Look at the papers in there. Gosh, and they also feel like is texture to them. So that's a whole book there of these lovely papers, which you can either take out and use in journals, or you could use that in itself as a little journal. That's really cute. I like that very much. Then in this bag here, you have a pack of giant stamps. Sorry, I should have opened that first. There we go. It wasn't too bad, was it? Oh gosh, look at these. And they're all on... Are they stickers, are they? Oh, I went to look in the back there, but it won't tell me. So I'm guessing it's more of a steampunk kind of theme. Oh, look. Move the decimal one place, then double it. Something didn't seem right though. Oh, there's a cat on there. These are upside down. Bear with. Let me just... There we go. So we've got cats, better homes and gardens, phonograph, got an old camera on there, safety matches, pizza president, oh, Colgate toothpaste. I don't know what that is, something to do with birds. The original ride. Oh, VW, we like that one. Just lots of old images on these then. These are great, and they're just like giant stamps, but these would be great for your collaging and that kind of thing. And I do think they are stickers. Oh, do I have to try that now on camera, because you know it's never going to work? They must be stickers because the back is really shiny. Yeah, they are. They're stickers, they are. So if you are quicker than me at getting stickers off the back in, I'm not even going to attempt to do that, on I just can't do that. You know me, more fingers and thumbs at the best of times. But they are lovely. So that's great. They're in there. And then, just move those away because they're going to end up everywhere. We've also then got 3 of these gorgeous, it's like a glassine bag, but it's a little bit tougher than that. So inside then you've got 3 of these lovely images on like a tissue paper with, let me see if I can get one apart now. See, I told you, all fingers and thumbs, look. There we go. And there's almost a really faint image then in the background then of the flowers. But these are lovely. So you've got a couple of these in each one. And then there's something written on the front then in gold. And I think it says, and I have dreams as if in space. Oh, there we go. So there's 3 of those. Do I have dreams? Yes, that is what it says. Just checking. And then the last package, this is the last package, I don't think I've done anything else. This is called the Natural Collection. And in here, this is another kind of glassine bags. Of course, you can reuse all this packaging, which is super duper. And then in here, you've got, oh, this is your envelope of ephemera. There's always a fab package of ephemera, isn't there? So in here, then, you've got some interesting tags. Oh, these are lovely, aren't they? And quite different, you know. Little like label thing there, another tag, oh, some little teeny tiny, oh, that's marvellous. I'm going to keep that one out because that'll be great for my project. These are fabulous. And then we've got some bits of vellum then, so they're great. And then some more stickers with it's got mushrooms in there for 4, and like a stamp one there, a bit of printed paper there. That's an envelope, I'm sure, to fold up. And I would say again the same of that one. And then these feel like stickers. Oh, and definitely just look at that one there. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, that's fantastic. So yet again, another brilliant box from your creative studio. As always, I will put the link below. Oh, sorry, that's just so noisy. Right, I'm going to put that in there. I will pop the link below, and then you can check it out if you'd like to, and go and see on their website what they're all about. And yeah, we can show them some appreciation. So I know lots of you already do subscribe, which is great. And we're always very grateful to them for sending us a box to check out what they're doing. So that's fab. Okay, excuse my messy mat. I'm sorry, I should have cleaned it first. So what are we doing today? Today, if you remember in the last video, we made the, what did I call it? I don't know. I have a different name for it every time I say it. it's basically like a file folder, but it's a folio. It wasn't. It was an ephemera folio. So I covered it in fabric, and we did this out of 2 12 by 12 pieces of cardstock. We folded up the bottom, made a pocket there, and then I used some of the blind material that I had from the samples. I collaged onto the 12 by 12, and then I added some bits of blinds. So I was then able to, let me just grab some pieces of ephemera. I was then able to make lots and lots of fabulous pockets, and I've used some vellum. Okay, right, so what we're going to do today is we are now going to convert this into a journal, because we are going to make a gratitude journal, because our challenge and our theme for the month in our Facebook group is going to be 31 days of gratitude. So our thinking is we are going to provide you with a daily prompt. The daily prompt will go up every day in the group, and there will also be a video put out on YouTube, not just for myself. We've got quite a lot of people contributing. Some of them will be members of our design team, so it should be great because we'll be able to reintroduce you to our updated design team as well. And they're going to give you different ideas of how we can craft using the daily prompt. And our theme for the month is going to be all about different ways that we can show gratitude, or we can be thankful for things, because obviously traditionally November is the month of thankfulness, but I know a lot of people are struggling at the minute and they are finding it difficult. A lot of you still got lockdowns, a lot of you got health concerns and one thing or another. So I thought, what can we best do to keep everybody focusing on something positive? So I thought, I know we'll do a month of gratitude, and I'm very thankful for all of you guys, so it would be great for all of us this side to be able to kind of give something back and structure your month for you a bit. And sometimes it's hard, isn't it, to craft when you're not in the best frame of mind. So if you've got something to focus on and a good topic, you're away, aren't you? So the idea is I'm making this journal because I'm going to do my daily projects then and put them into the journal. Some will be on a page, some will be things I put in the page, but I'm going to keep all mine in here. So if you want to get one of these done ready, obviously you'll have part 1 on, which is already on there, showing you how to make the folio, and then you'll have part 2 today showing you how to make it into a journal. So what you will need is your folio and then a handful of papers. So what I am using for this project is the In Everything Give Thanks kit that I've recently put together in a collaboration with Natalie from LineDotArrow. I love this kit. I love the images in it, and obviously the kit is called In Everything Give Thanks, and this was the kind of thing that I had in mind when we came up with a theme for it. So you'll see in the kit there are a few writing pages as well, and the one has actually got Thanksgiving and gratitude written on the top. So these are ideal for you to use should you want to, if you already have the kit. If you don't have the kit, it doesn't matter, you can do it anyway, because this is not all about the kit. This is about you guys and us helping you think of things that you're grateful for. So what I've got here is I've got a small combination of coffee day papers, or tea day papers. I've got a few pieces of vintage ephemera. So these are some old forms that I got from, I think they're military forms actually. This is an old rations form, but these are ideal, I thought, for writing in, because there's lots of little lines and stuff on them. And then I've got a little bit of embossed paper rather, but in nice autumny colours. And I got a little bit of yellow, and I got a little bit of orange, and then I've got a little bit of Edith, of course. So I thought that was quite autumny, fally. So even though we're doing gratitude and Thanksgiving, it's still going to be using the fall theme. So that's my theme. You are absolutely welcome to do whatever theme takes your fancy. You may want to do a summer one. You may want to do a pink and teal one. You may want to do one for Christmas. Who knows? But it's entirely up to you what theme you use. But if you want to follow along with this month, it might be handy for you to have just a blank journal done ready. So I'm going to put my signatures together, and then I'm going to show you then how we affix them into the folio. Okay, so let's get started then. So I've already folded my journal pages that I've selected to put together. I'm just going to sit now quickly fold up my coffee dye papers, and then that will give me an idea then of what size, oh sorry stretching, I just need to get my bone folder, of what size pages we're going to be working with, and then I can cut them to shape. So there we go. My gosh, it is absolutely blowing a gale up here today. I've been out, pups have been out and had their breakfast. We've been having visits this week from their new owners, which has been lovely. And I've been in the wars again, as you can see. Bash my hand. Just trying to move the bin the other day for the ones, the visitors to come, and it was quite full. And our bins here are on wheels, which is great when they're empty. When they're full, it's just useless. I was trying to drag it up the side of the one outbuilding, and it fell on something and then trapped my hand between that and the wall. So I was like, hopping around outside, trying not to make a noise. But it's not too bad. I fell the week before. I laugh. I hadn't realised. Mum said, "Oh yeah, I could see your bruises on the camera." I had a big bruise there, and I had 2 down the back here, and I'd tripped in here actually. I'd fallen on this very table right down by there. I was climbing out of the puppy pen in the other room and caught my slipper on it. Oh, I'm hopeless. I'm just constantly bashing myself in things all the time. But it's funny because I didn't have a bruise for about a week, and then all of a sudden I was working and I feel like, oh, I was really sore. When I went and looked in the mirror, 2 big massive lines on my arm. I was like, oh my word, worse than one of the kids, honestly. But there we go. And I've been unwell all weekend, so that's not been great. Because I don't know if any of you saw my photo on Instagram on Friday night. We were in Windsor. We went up for the evening, well, for the night, because my other half was running a triathlon on Saturday. So we went up on the Friday just to, you know, not worry about traffic the next day. So it's about a 2 and a bit hour drive. And of course, just before we left, oh my gosh, it was the craziest of craziest days. I hadn't been very well the day before, and a bit of a tummy upset. And on the Friday, I was just still feeling quite under the weather. And my other half came home from work because he was only in for a couple of hours that morning, and then we had the call then about they didn't know whether or not he needed to track and trace, you know, with gone up to have a test done. We weren't sure if he'd been in contact with somebody in work who's then tested positive. Well, you know, we've had our vaccination, so we were given the impression that we were all right, kind of not to worry about it. But anyway, so he had to go and have a test done then that morning, and then his boss rang and said, yeah, it's okay, you haven't got to isolate or anything, because we don't do that here in this country anymore. And he said, you know, just do a test every day, just for your own peace of mind kind of thing. So anyway, that's all been fine, thankfully. Well, apart from the fact he's had to do those horrible tests every day, but that's okay, I don't have to worry about that. I just go to the room. And then what happened then? Oh yes, of course, he went down to have his test done and came back and he said, please tell me you put fuel in the car yesterday. Of course, I had put fuel in the car the day before because I'd nipped down to the sorting office because I had that lovely box delivered from Nelda, and I'd missed the postman the day before, so they'd taken it to the sorting office, so I had to go and collect it. And I jumped in my car, which I don't do very often these days, and realised I only had like 20 miles worth of fuel in this. So I thought, oh, well, I'm out, I'll get the petrol. Well, thank goodness I did, because he then went down to the vaccine centre, and on his way back, he said it was absolute chaos. I'm oblivious, obviously. Somewhere, somebody had said something, I think the media obviously had given the impression that we had a fuel shortage in this country, and everybody was out panic buying fuel. Now, like I say, a lot goes over my head because I don't watch a lot of television. I don't have time. And it must have been on the news, I think, that morning. Like I say, I missed it. I was like, oh, right, okay. But he said there were cars everywhere, traffic everywhere, and they were all backed up trying to get into the petrol stations. So he was like, oh, please say you've got fuel because we've got to drive all the way to London tonight. And I was like, yeah, chill your bones is fine, I've done it. I was like, oh, phew. But of course, then we were thinking, okay, well, we've got, you know, half a tank, maybe just a bit more than half a tank of fuel in. That'll get us there, but how are we going to get back? So after the morning we'd had, and where we going, where we going, where we going kind of thing, I said, let's not worry about it. I'm sure there'll be petrol there. We'll just take our time. And so anyway, off we went up to Windsor, which is lovely. And could see on the way up, you know, there was a lot of traffic, and once we got onto the motorway it wasn't too bad, but a lot of people queuing for fuel. And got into Windsor, and then we got caught in a traffic jam straight away, and then realised it was for the petrol station. So managed to avoid that and carry on. We got to the little pub that we were staying in, and we walked then that evening up into the town, had a bit of food and what have you. And then the next day we had to go then, the race was actually in Eton College, which was just up the road. So we got there, did that, and we went, right, come on, let's get home then. And it was, you know, just like, what we're going to do at petrol. So I was like, oh, okay, well, we'll put it in the sat-nav and it'll bring up, I've got a really good, like, sat-nav in my car. It's, like, attached to the car. And it also, if you type in nearest fuel stations, it'll tell you where the nearest fuel stations are. So we typed that in, and they all came up on the map, you know, and then there was all these red lines leading around the fuel stations, showing us that there was traffic. So I said, oh, well, let's have a look now, because of course within 24 hours as well, then all of the prices had gone up. It's terrible, minding it. I mean, just think, you know, I don't know, it baffles me, it really does. So we found a petrol station. The first one we went to was like nearly out already. There was a huge queue. So I was pointless to sit in that. Let's carry on, because we weren't short, but we knew we were going to need it to kind of get home. And then we got to another one then, and then a police car was going past them with the lights on. It was chaos further up the road. So I thought, let's pull in here. And as it wasn't much of a queue, and the price was good. And we were able to put £30 in, because of course they were rationing it by then. Which is interesting, so I'm now using a rationing form. And got a fuel, and then I grabbed a sandwich and off we went. So that was that. No drama there, thankfully, and we've got home and I've still got fuel in my car. We do actually have plenty here where we live, thankfully. So, but I know other parts of the country have been quite badly hit. But I just don't understand it. I mean, I don't know, I really can't get my head around it. They say that there isn't actually a fuel shortage, and yet people are still panic buying. So I don't know. There's no accounting, is there, for human behaviour, I often think. It's kind of like when we had our lockdowns, you know, and it was toilet paper this time last year. We had a toilet paper shortage in this country because everybody went out and panic bought loo roll. Of all things. I mean, again, that just absolutely baffled me. You can understand with fuel, you know, people need fuel, but if they, you know, unless it is actually empty, what they've done now is they've caused a fuel shortage now because people have gone buying it unnecessarily, and you know, we are running out in certain places now. So perhaps if they'd all just been a little bit patient, it might not have been a problem. But there we go. So that was the excitement and drama over the weekend. And then, of course, I got back home and I was still not feeling 100%. And I was just really poorly then, Saturday and Sunday. So that's when my video's a bit late, guys. I am sorry. And my son has been a bit unwell as well. So I don't know whether it was a bit of nerves or what. But there we go. Between that and me falling and bashing my hands and all the other silly things I do. Okay, so I've kind of assembled these. I'm just going to quickly count because obviously we want 31 days, don't we? So I need to make sure I've got enough sheets for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. Oh, right. Well, one of those is almost 30. So yeah, I've definitely got enough sheets in there then. I'm putting in extra writing pieces because obviously if you want to write about your gratitude, then you can. This is not, it's not planning to be a write-in task, but some of you may want to journal, and that's great. So, but I know not everybody likes to journal. Some people just like to create. I'm a creator rather than a writer. I'm going to really try this month though and do some writing in my journal, because I'd like to try and do some. I'm going to just cut down this Edith Holden page, and I'm going to just cut down these little bits of ephemera here, and then I'll be back, and then we'll pop it into the journal. So it won't be a moment. Okay, so I have cut down my signatures so they're all nice and neat on the end. I'm not going to cut the tops down because I'm quite happy that they are the same height. I've left them the full A4 sheet, even though my thingy pages are slightly shorter. I am going to use grommets and or eyelets rather, and elastic to do this. I think it's good to have a bit of flexibility. So let's just have a quick look at this a second. Yeah, okay. And let's just have a look at this. Yeah, okay. So I am going to let's pop these holes in here a second. I'm going to have it quite low down because obviously I don't want to has anybody got any tips for how to get your thingies out of there? Because that really annoys me when that gets stuck. I don't want the elastic to catch on my papers is what I was trying to say then, sorry. There's nothing worse, is there, than somebody starts a sentence and then gets distracted, and I'm sure I do it all the time. Right, so that's that side, and then come on, I can't see what I'm doing if you're in the way. That's it. There we go. Oh, that's not bad, is it, for eyeballing? Right. Okay, so let's pop the rivets in. They're not rivets, they're grommets, Rachel. Keep calling them rivets. I think I'm a frog. There we go. And let's pop that in there. And pop that one down. Lovely jubbly. And let's pop that one in there. Now I realise why you was putting the hole first. Sorry, I whacked you then. I've got an itchy eye. Right, let's do it that way, it's better. See what I'm doing now. See, it's not much good if you can't see what you're doing, is it? No, definitely got an itchy eye. Okay. Okay, and then there we go. Right, that's that bit done. So I'm going to use, be a bit brave and out there, and I'm going to use some orange elastic. Sorry, I didn't make a mess with that then. So let me just think, how do I normally do this? I usually just start somewhere and then decide after if I've gone the right way. I think I'll have the elastic out because I like what I did yesterday with the buttons. So I think we'll, is that how we did it last time? No, I don't think it is. I think I came up that way then. No, that can't be right. Oh, I'm gonna have a moment now talking to myself. I can see it. Okay, let's just try this a minute. I don't think it's correct, but no, it can't be. Okay, so I got myself in a little bit of a tiz then. So basically what I've done is I have started with my thread here I've come up through the hole here, I've gone through that one there, down to the back, and then I've crossed over at the bottom, come up through the back of there, come back down through here, and then out at the bottom. And by doing that, that will then give me, not only have I got the elastics on the outside so that I can thread things onto them, but also then I can tie this on the outside, and I'll have a little bit left at the bottom to thread some, you know, dangly things through or what have you. If you're wondering why I've got really long pieces side, it's because I don't want to cut more than I need. That's why I got myself in a bit of a mess just now. But so I'm going to pull those really, really tight. Obviously not to the point where it's bowing, but it needs to be tight on the inside. But obviously I can always tighten that again. So if we just for now put a little bow in it. Ooh. Tell you what, trying to make a knot with elastic's not the same as doing it with a bit of string. Oh my goodness, because everything's pulling against you. Right, okay, so where's my scissors? Scissors, snip. Okay, let's just take the excess out of here, because I was just causing drama and confusion. There we go. Right, so now on the inside we should have two fairly taut elastics ready for our signature. So let's flap that. Oh goodness, look what I've done. Look what I've done. See, it's a good job I wasn't doing that then the other way around, isn't it? This is in trouble when you've got material that looks the same on both sides. Okay, so we've got a knot at the top at the minute. We'll work something out. I'm not going to worry. Okay. Good job I noticed though for putting signatures in, or I'd have been well confused the next time I opened it, wouldn't I? I'd have been like, what? How's that like that? That makes no sense at all. Here we go. Perfectamundo. And then that one in there. And there. Lovely jubbly. So now we've got our folios, our little pockets to put all of our ephemera in. Hey, this is looking good. I'm liking this. I'm liking this very much. We got our pockets here, and then I'm going to go and sit now this afternoon, and I'm going to cut. Oh, that one's upside down. So sorry. I'm going to go and cut now all my little tiny bits up out of the. Oh, excuse the pups. Oh, you lot, settle down. Out of the and everything give thanks kit. You know, you've got all of the little elements. Oh, there we are. I've got some here. This, I'm going to go and cut all these out now, and then I've got somewhere safe to keep them all now because they can all go in the front pocket there. And then I am ready. I'm ready, guys, for our challenge, for our 31 days of gratitude. That's it. My book is done. All I've got to do now is decorate my cover, and I may do that as one of the challenges. So I'm not going to rush. And that's the one nice thing about doing an elastic binding. It doesn't really matter that that's at the top. But if I get fed up with it, I can just rethread it and do it the other way. Because the great thing about it is you've got flexibility with that. So I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy. It all seems to fit together nicely. I just need to go and fill it now, and then get lots of ideas then together ready for our 31 days of gratitude. So I hope you join us. If you're not in our Facebook group, you might want to join so you don't miss any of the posts. We will be putting up a list so that you know what YouTube channel or where the videos are going to be posted that day with your kind of prompt as some ideas for the prompt. But other than that, I'll catch up with you at the end of the week. So have a great day, guys, and thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye.